Hi, and welcome back to Fabulously Feral. You're gonna have to excuse my voice today. I tested positive for the vid this morning at the med check. In order to get my voice this good so that I could actually do this video. Um, I sucked on a couple of lemon wedges, which was bitterly yummy, huh? And then I had a honey candy, which has a harder shell and then has a honey pocket inside. They're so delicious. They're dangerous, but they're delicious. Like, I got that from the honey producers at the Indiana State Fair. So, it's not something you're gonna find at the store. But it's amazing. It helps soothe your throat. My throat is so swollen. It's so painful. I've been taking ibuprofen to try to help with some of the inflammation. Basically what I wanted to talk about was your inner voice. I don't know if I don't know who here has an inner dialogue, inner monologue, inner narrator. I don't know what to call it. Narrator's cue. We'll go with that. But you need to tell that inner voice, inner narrator, to shut up when it's feeding you negative stuff. You can pick apart something that is meant to be a great gift for you. You can pick apart a significant other. Well, I really would like to see this person. He's a great person. But I can't stand the sound of him chewing. So you're going to end a relationship with a great person just because he chews? Come on. That I've known somebody that did that and then they ended up in a relationship with somebody abusive. Somebody that took their worth. Somebody that beat on them. Put lumps on them. Why? I'm sorry, but I can't. At this point in my life, after I've been through an abusive relationship, I can't sit there and think, why would I trade good guy who chews food? Because, we don't all chew. Why would I trade good guy who chews for bad guy who takes all of my value and beats the living daylights out of me? Like, that's the trade-off? Like, you're trading up what? What? Anyway, your negative voice can impact relationships. It can impact things that are given to you, gifts. It can impact the things that you buy, the things that you try to do in your life. Like, say you've always had a dream. I want to own a business. I want to sing. Well, there's some of us that probably shouldn't sing, but I still do anyway. I can make sound, can't I? Maybe I'll never be on the stage as a professional singer, but I'll be out there in that car, running down the back roads with the window down and my hand out the window collecting the wind. Singing, I don't know, let's say Disney songs at the top of my voice. Who do you think's happier? The person doing that or the person sitting in the house saying, I probably should not try anything because I don't have any value. I don't have any worth. I can't do this. I'm bad at that. Well, on most things, you start out bad, but then you get better, right? You're not going to be perfect when you start out at something. So get out there and do something. Tell that little voice to shut up because it has no place here, and get out there and make your attempts. Also, stop picking apart the things that are good for you. Like, you can go on vacation with somebody, and that person can have the best time with an imperfect vacation. Like, maybe something happened during one of the things that they saw. Maybe the food wasn't as good as the reviews said. But there was an adventure. And that person saw the adventure, and they enjoyed it. And they were determined to have fun and unwind. But then maybe I went and the food wasn't good enough. It wasn't up to my standard. That 3-star hotel that's outside town that costs less money by like over $100 a night wasn't as good as the 4-star that was in town with more cramped rooms and no parking, where you had to pay for parking too. At a rate of, I don't know, say $45 a day. Like, I could have picked apart the accommodations. I could have picked apart the things that we saw, the food, all of those things. And then guess who's unhappy? Me. Guess who doesn't want to be unhappy? Me. So I'm going to go and I'm going to laugh it off and I'm going to enjoy myself, right? It's a thing. Let's say that your significant other might take you to a restaurant and it maybe wouldn't have been the one that you picked. Yeah, it might be your birthday, but I don't know, unless he's taking you to McDonald's, what do you have to complain about? Sure, he might have taken you to a steakhouse and you don't eat steak. But there's other things. Find something on the menu. They offer things that aren't steak, Like, enjoy the moment. Appreciate the fact that they cared enough to take you out to begin with. And then work on them the other 364 days of the year. Gently. So that they know the things that you like. So that maybe next year, they might take you to that pasta place you wanted to go to. Or they might take you to that Mexican restaurant you really would have preferred. But appreciate the fact that they made a gesture. Appreciate the fact that you didn't have to pay for it, that they cared enough about you to make an attempt to celebrate you. Tell the inner voice to shut up. I don't know if you're going to have to stand in the mirror and tell that inner voice, or tell yourself, not necessarily that inner voice, but tell that little nugget inside your brain that comes up with the positivity. You're worth it. You have value. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're smart. You can sing. You don't care if anybody else likes it. Maybe it's telling you that you're not pretty enough. By whose standards? What standards are you judging me by? The stick figure models? No, thank you. Not what I want in life. I'd rather have fun than have to eat, I don't know, half a Ritz cracker on Wednesday because that's all you get for the week. Like, that's crazy. And I'm not trying to poke at the modeling industry at all. I'm just saying, judge me by my own appearance. Like, obviously I look like a little bit of crud today because I'm sick. So please forgive me. But if I've gone out of my way to do my hair, my makeup, my nails stay done pretty much. If I've gone out of my way to put on a nice outfit, well, you look nice today. Thank you. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to be the best version of me, That's all I want to be. That's what I'm working toward anyway. So I'm not gonna like cost myself relationships. I'm not going to cost myself fun. All because that negative voice wouldn't shut up, but I didn't tell it to. The more you put those positives into your brain, the easier it's going to be to silence that voice and make it to where it's not so loud. Because in the beginning, when you start this type of, I guess it's a type of therapy, where you replace one thing with another thing, that voice is going to be pretty loud, right? So once you get all the tools to be able to argue with it and tell it to shut up, that it doesn't know what it's talking about, the better off you're going to be. By the way, don't laugh at me. I just noticed that I'm showing my gray pillowcases. I have gray sheets, but this is a silk pillowcase, so yeah, I do that for my hair. But that's off topic. Get back on topic. So just be kind to yourself and be kind to others and look for positive things in everything. And I'm going to say that there are some very negative people out there that if they're feeding you negativity, cut them out. If they're not willing to change and be a better person and be more positive in their mindset and the things that they're speaking, you need people around you that are going to speak life, not death. And by that, I mean they're going to say, way to go, I'm proud of you, you did great. Instead of, well, you did okay, but, you struggled with XYZ. You need to do better by that. Okay, you get out here and do it and then show me how it's done. Cut that person out of your life. And if you can't cut them completely out of your life, minimize contact. Meaning during functions only. Like, say for instance, they're part of your family, not maybe not your family that lives in your household, but their extended family, like cousins, other relatives. And you have to see them for like Christmas or some sort of family reunion, things like that. Fine. Take them in small doses, but don't put them in your everyday daily life. You understand? Because they're gonna feed that negative voice. We're trying to starve it. We're trying to like make it lose traction. Don't let that voice have power again. Okay? So don't mess up your relationships. Don't mess up your friendships. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I think that basically means that, yeah, there might be something bad inside it that we could find, that we could pick apart, but if we work on that, doesn't that take too much energy? I mean, for me, it does. I feel so drained when I'm always negative talking myself or the things around me. I feel more energized when I'm saying positive things to people, when I'm looking for the good, when I'm going out of my way to have fun, when I most definitely could have a bad time. I mean, I'm not a big fan of baseball. I don't want to talk about it every day. But at the same time, even though I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to watch it on TV, I don't mind going to a game now and then. I have fun there, even though I'm not a fan of baseball. You can have fun at things you don't even like. Bet you didn't know that. When I clean, I often turn up the radio or play music on my Alexas. And then I'll sing along. I'll put a record on the record player. And next thing you know, I'm in there scrubbing the stove, in the oven, under the stovetop, all the various places. And I'm singing and dancing, having a good old time. And before you know it, that stove and oven that I really don't like to clean, it's clean. And that's how I manage on a daily basis. Through fun. Through positive. Work on that. Change that. Make your situation better. Be kind to others. Treat others well. Treat others better than you treat yourself. And on that note, if you saw somebody talking to your loved one that you value more than yourself in such a way that your negative voice is talking to you, would you not be mad about that? Would you not have something to say? Well, find something to say to that negative voice to make it go away and minimize it. Don't let it have power. Just be kind. Not only to others, but to yourself. Have a wonderful day.